Hey guys, it's Ryan from the Melbourne Centre of Healing here. Today I want to talk about an insidious mental disease. This is a disease that I like to call the disease of what's next. This mental hamster wheel is always the thought of what's next, what's next, what's next. Always focusing on the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. It's a belief that says that whatever the next thing is, the next moment, it's going to hold something greater for me than this current moment. And this is a hamster wheel that has no end, and it's a frustrating journey with no destination because we think the next thing's going to be better than this moment, but then we get to the next thing, and what happens then? We think the next thing after that's going to be superior, and we keep going and going and going. And this can happen all day long until we go to bed at night, absolutely exhausted and anxious, and then wake up in the morning and start the whole process over again. This is something that I've struggled with basically my whole life. And so it's something I've worked on a lot and work on with clients a lot because it's very, very prevalent in today's society because it's drilled into us. We've got to be doing. And there's so much stimulation for us. And it's a disacknowledgement of the present moment. So the first step, we have to catch ourselves when we're doing it. So if you're thinking about what you have to do next, and you're thinking about it probably more than once or twice, then you're stuck in that moment. So that's a trigger to catch yourself. You can get very good at this by practicing. At first, I used to use external stimulus to remind me. So I would set the background screen on my phone and the lock screen to a blank screen with really large text that just said, "Am I present?" So anytime I checked my phone or unlocked my phone or it lit up, I would have these big letters that said, "Am I present?" And I'll be able to catch myself and be like, "Oh, nah, I'm in the future." I'm absolutely thinking about the next thing, right? So after we catch ourselves, all I encourage you to do is just say this to yourself, okay? Very, very powerful, very powerful. The next moment isn't necessarily going to be superior to this one. I'll say it again. The next moment or the next thing isn't necessarily going to be superior to this one. As soon as we say that, it is very powerful because what I do then, I acknowledge the present moment. Okay? When you acknowledge the present moment, it opens up a whole new gateway. Because I would think to myself, there's nothing wrong with this moment. Absolutely nothing wrong. I'm not missing anything. I'm not lacking anything. I don't desire anything. I don't need or want anything because all of those needs, wants, and desires, they lie in the future. They don't lie in the now. The now is absolutely perfect. We are just choosing not to acknowledge it. And by saying to myself that simple sentence and acknowledging the present moment, I can take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. The cortisol comes down. The stress comes down, the anxiety comes down. Future doesn't matter now. And I can sit with that for as long as I like. And whenever I choose to go about my day, or should I say go about the present moment, because our day is just a continuation of one present moment, I can go about it with relaxed, focused energy as opposed to the hectic, chaotic energy of the what's next disease. So I encourage you to catch yourself and jump off that hamster wheel of what's next because it is such a prevalent disease in this society, and join me in the present moment and take it from me, someone who's battled this condition, this what's next disease for most of their life, that this really, really does work. Ask yourself or say to yourself, the next moment isn't necessarily going to be superior to this moment because this moment's beautiful. That's all from me today, guys. Peace out. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you next time.